significance or importance of meiosis. You know very well. What is meiosis? First, formation of haploid cells or haploid gametes during sexual reproduction in diploid organisms. That is one important. Formation of haploid gametes in diploid organisms during sexual reproduction. Because sexual reproduction involving the meiosis process. What happens during sexual reproduction? Suppose there is a diploid organism, diploid cell means 2n. Two parental cells, if we consider, that diploid cells will produce 4 haploid gametes each. Haploid gametes are produced which have haploid number. These haploid gametes are fusing together and there is a formation of a diploid zygote. That is one important point. Whereas, why this is important? Can anyone tell me? Why is this important? Why this is important means the diploid organisms are undergoing meiosis to produce gametes. Gametes are haploid. Again a zygote is formed which is diploid. If gametes are produced by mitosis, if meiosis is not taking place during gamete formation, what happens? Here this 2n zygote, 2n diploid individual will produce a gamete which has 2n. 2n gametes will be produced. Yeah, zygote then will become tetraploid. Okay, yes. Then next generation this will produce tetraploid gamete. Another plant will produce tetraploid gamete. Next generation will get 8n condition. There is increase in the number of chromosomes every generation. Through generations, chromosome numbers maintained constant. Write these points. Write these points in notes. For meiosis you can leave some space, no problem. Chromosome number maintained constant. Maintaining constant number of chromosomes through generations in every organism. If chromosome is not constant, then ploidy will be changed, even phenotype characters will be changed. Everything will be changed. That is one important. That means restoring chromosome number. Restores chromosome number. By sexual reproduction on syngamy, there is a chance of increasing the chromosome number, but original number of chromosomes are restored with the help of meiosis. That is one thing. And in Pachytene stage of meiosis, in Pachytene, what is taking place? Crossing over is taking place. Crossing over takes place. What is that crossing over? Recombination is taking place. That recombination is responsible for what? Hereditary factors are changed from male and female parents so that there is recombination taking place. This results in new combination in genetic material. The genetic material with new combinations are possible in Pachytene due to recombination. Okay, and that means this can give variations in species. Variations are possible. Variations means developing new character. That is one advantage or importance of the meiosis. Another significance is inherited variations. Variations are developing due to meiosis in sexual reproduction majorly. That inherited variations give rise to evolution. Evolution of the species can be explained with the help of the variations which are produced during meiosis. During meiosis, there is a chance of raising variations. That variations may lead to evolution. Evolution of the species can be explained. What is evolution? Change in species. One species is modified to another species, then it is called as evolution. That evolution may be possible, okay, with the help of the variations which are developing in meiosis. Right, these 3 points are significances of meiosis. Next, copy this point. Yeah, copied. Good. No. That left half is there, na? There I will give note for meiosis. That's what I told you. Leave space, then write this I told you. Okay. If anyone didn't complete, take screenshot, you can copy later. I will erase the board now. I will erase the board now, you can take screenshots. Yeah, already taken, huh? Oh. Yeah, already taken means you are a legend. A historical person. Yes. Next, cell cycle regulation. Cell cycle regulation. Regulation means, what is regulation? Regulation is a process of control, that regulation may be positive control or negative control. Positive control means which is the process is activating, and a negative control is process is stopping. The activation or inactivation of a process is regulation. Control is there. Cell cycle is controlled process. Okay? If you see how cell cycle is taking place in some cells of plants, in some plant cells like meristematic cells. What are meristematic cells? Cells which have cell division capacity, and animal epidermis cells. Epidermis Okay, in animal epidermis cells, cell cycle takes place continuously. Cell cycle is taking place continuously. That means cells are dividing continuously. That means first interphase, then mitotic division, like that. Every phase is taking place. I mean, cell cycle is taking place continuously. But some cells, some other cells, which are meristematic cells, epidermal cells, they are continually dividing. But some cells like nerve cells, nerve cells means what? Neurons, RBC, red blood corpuscles, and muscle cells. Some muscle cells are there. They withdraw from G1. They exit from G1. They exit from G1 and enter a permanent inactive state. Permanent inactive G0 phase. A permanent inactive G0. G0 is what I told you? Resting phase. That means once nerve cells or muscle cells are made, they are not undergoing continuous division. They are heart cells also. Yes, heart also. Muscles, nerve, RBC and heart cells. Okay, they are not entering G1. Instead of G1, they exit from G1 and enter in an active state which is called as G0. Here, if you see interface, G1, S, G2 are there. Here, first karyokinesis, then cytokinesis. Here we wrote G0. G1 growth 1, S synthesis, G2 growth 2, karyokinesis nuclear division, then cytoplasmic division, then G0, which is a resting stage. Okay, like that it is forming. This G0 stage is a resting state where cell division is not taking place. Okay, and some other cells like immune cells which are involving, like B cells. B cells means what? B lymphocytes, T lymphocytes. B lymphocytes, T lymphocytes enter a temporary inactive G phase. Enter a temporary G0 phase. Quiescent G0 phase, and again gets activated and enters cell cycle when favorable conditions are restored. Some cells are entering temporary G0 phase. Temporary means for some time only it is inactive. G0 phase is taking place only some time. Then again cell cycle is continued in these cells. That means in some cells there is no G0 phase at all. Some cells G0 phase is permanent. Some cells this G0 phase is temporary, like that. So these all the process is there, that is under control. These cell cycle events are under control of some substances like kinases and porin proteins. Control of proteins. Some proteins are there, especially cyclins, not porins, cyclins and kinases, which act as enzymes. The cell cycle regulation is always under control of two kinds of proteins, which are called as cyclins and kinases. Okay, these cyclins are again different types are there. Cyclins, I mean cyclins A, cyclin B, cyclin C, cyclin D, cyclin E, like that. These are regulatory subunits. Regulatory protein subunits, not complete units, they are subunits only. And kinase is an enzyme process which is controlling the process. Kinase are enzymes. Okay, so this cyclin and kinase, cyclin and kinase combine to give CDK. What is that? Cyclin dependent kinase. Cyclin dependent kinase. So that cyclin dependent kinases are there which are controlling the process. I mean, cyclin can combine. Cyclin can combine with kinase. Cyclin can combine with kinase for control, for regulation. This point I will repeat. Cyclins combine with cyclin can combine with kinase to regulate or for regulation. As cyclins are combining with kinase, or this kinase are combining, because cyclin is a regulatory protein, kinase is an enzyme. Cyclin is a regulatory protein, kinase is an enzyme. So kinases need cyclin for activation. Once this kinase and cyclin proteins are available, means they can combine and both together control or regulate the process. This point, what is it? Cyclin can combine with kinase for regulation. So this regulatory enzyme, which is enzyme, can be called CDK, cyclin dependent kinases. So kinase enzyme, by depending on the cyclin protein, they control cell cycle process. Okay, for that control of cell cycle, there are some checkpoints, like a checkpost. Some checkpoints are present where to stop the process, where to continue the process. Once you complete this, then I will tell you. You have completed good? Completed good? Yeah, Rashi students always on fire. They will complete very fast. Good. Yeah, see, all our Rashi students are replying, done sir, yes sir, complete sir. Hyperactive. Remaining students, what? Yagna and Notre Dame students, be on fire. Be on fire. Next, checkpoints in cell cycle. Checkpoints of cell cycle. During this cell cycle process, there are 3 checkpoints. 3 checkpoints means where the process has to continue or to stop. These are the 3 checkpoints. There are 3 checkpoints. The 3 checkpoints are responsible to stop the process or to continue the process. Okay, first one, G1 checkpoint. G1 checkpoint. What are the stages of cell cycle first? G1, yes, then G2, then what? Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, cytokinesis, then remaining G0 or some other. Like this, 3 stages of interphase and 4 stages of karyokinesis, 1 phase of cytokinesis. Here, what is this checkpoint means? This G1 checkpoint is a regulatory point where the checkpoint will check whether all the processes of G1 are complete or not. If the events of G1 are complete means, then only that will allow cell to enter S phase. What are the changes taking place in G1? What are the changes taking place in G1? In G1, cell growth, nuclear growth, protein and RNA synthesis which are required for, like a toll gate, check post, not a toll gate, check post. Okay, here nuclear growth, cell growth, then and RNA and protein synthesis for DNA replication. If all that events are complete, then only cell will enter to this one. That is G1 checkpoint. This allows first, it is a critical checkpoint. It is a critical checkpoint that allows cell from G1 to S phase. Cell will be allowed from G1 to S phase by G1 checkpoint. Okay? Here, this is also called restriction checkpoint. Also called restriction checkpoint. Here, what is the basis for this checkpoint? When cell will be allowed means, here, if all the activities of G1 is complete, if all the activities of cell is complete means, once the cellular activities all are completed means, then only there is a transition of cell from G1 to S phase. Otherwise, there is no. Okay? Here, once the transmission occurs, if G1 to S phase transmission occurred means, then cell cycle will be completed, cell division will be completed. Otherwise, if G1 to S phase there is no entry of cell means, instead of that S phase they will enter G0, I told you. That's why it is called as restriction checkpoint. Because once cell is transmitted or shifted from G1 to S phase, then remaining phases will be continuing. Otherwise, if it is not entering S phase, it will enter a resting state which is called as G naught. Okay, here it is based on concentration of CDK, cyclin dependent kinase CDK complex of G1 phase. CDK and cyclin. That cyclin protein and CDK proteins, how many they are produced? Because these are produced cyclins. During the cell growth, they are produced majorly. What CDK, kinase enzyme and cyclin proteins are produced during cell growth. If cell growth is good in G1, if the cell growth is good in G1, then CDK and cyclin proteins will be produced good, so that cell transition is easy. Okay, cell size and DNA damage also influences this. Cell size and DNA damage. If cell is increased in size means, then there is G1 is allowed. DNA is damaged means, then cell will not be allowed. G1 checkpoint is influenced by cell size. Cell is increased in size means, then easily from G1 to S cell will transmit or transition can take place. But DNA is damaged means, then the cell division will not be continuing from G1 to S phase. That is the point. Then G2 checkpoint. G2 checkpoint. This G2 checkpoint is very important. Here, through this checkpoint, cell enters here G2. Through this cell enters division phase. What is division? Whether it is mitosis or meiosis? Division phase from interphase. Because by the end of G2, interphase is complete. Then from interphase to G2, division phase, there is entry. Here, this is influenced by, G2 phase. When cell can be influenced, G2 phase can be influenced means, it is influenced by cell size also. Because in G2 phase also there is a cell size increase, organelle doubling like that. Cell size, DNA replication and DNA damage. If DNA is fully replicated, then it is entering. Cell size is increased means, then G2 to G2 to prophase. G2 is followed by prophase. From G2 to prophase, there is shifting of cell. That shifting is controlled by this. Cell size is increased means, cell will pass from G2 to G2 to prophase. Otherwise, it will not allow. DNA is replicated. Replication, I told you where it is taking place actually during S phase. If DNA is fully replicated, then it will allow cell from G2 to prophase. Otherwise, stopping. DNA is damaged means, cell will not enter prophase from G2 phase. DNA is not damaged means, then it will enter. Then, third one is M checkpoint. M checkpoint is also called metaphase checkpoint. Allows cell to enter anaphase from metaphase. Once metaphase is complete means, then only cell can enter anaphase. If metaphase is not complete, then there is no entry. That is this one. This is what we can say final checkpoint. This is final checkpoint, which is also called a metaphase checkpoint. Here, what is involving in this metaphase checkpoint means, during division phase, it is controlled or influenced by attachment of chromosomes to spindle fibers. If all chromosomes are attached to spindle fibers, then only there is passage or transition of cell from metaphase to anaphase. If the chromosomes are not attached to metaphase plate or spindle fibers, all chromosomes are attached to spindle fibers at the equator of spindle, then only, yeah, Yagna this time completed fast. Deva, very good Deva. Okay, it is influenced by attachment of this spindle fiber to, chromosomes to spindle fiber. If that chromosomes are well attached to spindle fiber, then only metaphase can be transited to anaphase. If chromosomes are not attached to spindle fiber, then metaphase will be taking more time until binding of chromosomes to spindle fiber, then only it will allow to enter anaphase. Otherwise, there is no entry of cell to anaphase. Like that, these checkpoints are responsible. Yeah, wait Lohitni. Cell size mainly influences. Cell size is influencing G1, G2. G1, G2 mainly influenced by the cell size. Okay? Yeah, finished. See here, second point, based on the G1 checkpoints. Yeah, this is Vaishika. Yeah, you are Vaishika only. Your name displays that you are Vaishika. What is doubt? Yanna Vaishika. No doubt. No, what? Doubt? No, sir. You asked doubt? You doubt. Okay. Your doubt came. When to talk. Yeah, okay. See here now. Lohitni asked another doubt. That's why I mentioned her name. See Lohitni, what is your doubt? Second and third point of this one G. See here G1. Here CDK and cyclin concentrations are influencing this G1 checkpoint. If cell growth is more, then CDK and cyclins are also in good concentration. If their concentration is good means, then G1 to S transition takes place, otherwise there is no transition. Similarly, cell size. If a cell is increased in size, because G1 means gap 1, G1 involves nuclear growth, cell growth and RNA protein synthesis for DNA replication. G2 means organelle doubling. G2 means doubling in the number of organelles. That is, here cell size is increased means, then it is entering, influencing. DNA is damaged means, then the cell, it is not entering S phase from the G1 phase. Okay. Here, if there is a transition from G1 to S, then cell division will be completed. Otherwise, instead of S phase, they will enter an inactive state, resting state called as G0 phase. That's why it is called as restriction checkpoint. Okay, these are different checkpoints of cell cycle and cell division process. Okay, this is about the cell cycle cell division chapter. Chapter is complete. What if DNA takes place in G2 checkpoint, DNA repairs? Yeah, actually in every stage the DNA repair is continuous process. Sir, what if DNA damage takes place in G2 checkpoint, then DNA repair takes place in G2 phase? Yeah. Here DNA is damaged means until DNA damage it will not enter S phase. Here again DNA damage means until its repair it is not entering. DNA repair is a continuous process. DNA repair taking place continuously. DNA synthesis is taking place during revision only. Increase in cell size allow entering S phase or will not allow? Yeah. If cell size is increased during G1, then only cell can enter S phase. Otherwise, there is no entry of cell to S phase. Cell size increased means growth taken place. Cell size increased means cells were grown. Cell was grown, then only it can enter S phase. Otherwise, there is no entry. Okay. This is actually topic completed. But for meiosis, you need to write notes. Up to which point you wrote notes? Until? Tell me. Prophase 1 only, in prophase 1, it has 5 phases, that's all. Do one thing. For that remaining prophase 2, end of cytokinesis 2, end of meiosis. Diagrams you wrote already, I know. For that, recently I completed in 12th Yagna batch, same lesson. I will take notes from any student from Yagna batch and I will post. Anyone why? Lohitni? Tell Yogakirtini that send me notes from prophase 1 to cytokinesis 2. Notes, theory. Okay, tell Yogakirtini, tell her to send me privately, personally notes. I will post in the group, then everyone can take the notes. Okay? Yes. Why Vaishika? Why are you laughing? Lohitni, Yogakirtini. Okay. That is advantage. Siblings studying 2 classes continuously means that is advantage. Yeah. Lohitni has much advantages. Better materials she can get, notes she can get clarified doubts from her sister. Yes. Okay. For meiosis notes, I will give, you can take. So with this, cell cycle cell division chapter is complete. Wait some time.